On his second day in office, Mayor Zohran Mamdani started the morning taking the subway. He greeted commuters on a packed W train as he rode from Astoria to City Hall. He shook hands with commuters, took some selfies. Also this afternoon, the mayor announced an effort to what he calls getting more people involved in city government with the creation of the Office of Mass Engagement.
And today, Mayor Mamdani is defending his decision to revoke several pro-Israeli policies enacted by former Mayor Eric Adams.
Political reporter Marcia Kramer joins us now with the story. Marcia.
Well, Dick and Mary, it didn't take long for Mayor Mamdani to find himself on the defensive for undoing the pro-Israeli actions taken by Mayor Adams in the last few months. In the face of a strong backlash from Jewish groups, including the Consul General of Israel, he insisted his administration will be a government that combats hate of all kinds.
And my administration will also be marked by a city government that will be relentless in its efforts to combat hate and division.
On the day after he took the reins of power in New York City, Mayor Mamdani found himself on the receiving end of sharp criticism by Jewish groups for his decision to revoke a number of pro-Israel executive orders signed by his predecessor. One rolled back the adoption of the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance definition of anti-Semitism. Another reversed Adams' order that barred the city from business and investment decisions that discriminate against Israel.
To my mind, anybody who cares about American culture, American society, Western society should be deeply concerned, because anti-Semitism is not only against Jews, it's part of an anti-Western, anti-American ideology that New York is now embracing under the leadership of Mamdani.
Ophir Akunis, the Consul General of Israel in New York, said the actions, quote, pose an immediate threat to the safety of Jewish communities in New York City and could lead to an increase in violent anti-Semitic attacks throughout the city. A coalition of Jewish groups, including the Jewish Community Relations Council and the New York Board of Rabbis, said, quote, singling out Israel for sanctions is not the way to make Jewish New Yorkers feel included and safe. The Council on American Islamic Relations denounced anti-Semitism, but defended the mayor's actions as the restoration of free speech.
We should be able to speak against Israeli policies as well without saying, without being labeled an anti-Semite or discriminating against an entire faith group.
The mayor insisted that his administration will protect Jewish New Yorkers.
And we will showcase that by fighting hate across the city, and that includes fighting the scourge of anti-Semitism, by actually funding hate crime prevention, by celebrating our neighbors, and by practicing a politics of universality.
Now, the mayor said that he had revoked executive orders signed by Mayor Adams after he was indicted on corruption charges so that his administration can start fresh. Mamdani kept the Office to Combat Anti-Semitism, which was launched by the former mayor in May. Guys.
You know you'll be following it all. Marcia, thank you. Stay with CBS New York for continuing coverage of New York City Mayor Mamdani's first days in office. To watch yesterday's inauguration speech, head over to our website, cbsnewyork.com.